Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and you probably know by now. If you do not know, check out the DPA news video on it. So the Israel has launched a double strike, and which essentially killed two top leaders, one from Hamas and one from Hezbollah, and it is an unimaginable strike, and totally put it off. And then everybody is now worried whether this will escalate into some kind of a regional war. So, which is why something that I want to talk about. Personally, I do not think this is going to turn into some kind of regional war, uh, but it would be a huge test for Hezbollah and also for Iran. And of course also for Lebanon, because Lebanon is like they are like the innocent party in this situation where there's nothing much they can do about it. Iran, in my opinion, is going to just launch several barrage of missile strikes or rocket strikes on Israel as a retaliation, similar to what they have done previously for the killing of their IRGC commander. And I think that's about it. Maybe 3 days, but no, they would have to weigh as well. If the retaliation is much bigger than the one they did for the commander, that will also raise question probably within Iran why our retaliation for the killing of our top commander was A, and then but for the Palestinian leader is A times 3. That will also be a problem for Iran internally. So I think politically speaking, Iran will have to react. They have no choice. From what I've seen on Twitter, they have already raised the red flag, which is a sign of revenge. They're going to revenge uh, for what had happened in Tehran, where the Israeli launched a pre-dawn strike, a morning strike on the residents of this what's his name again? I forgot his name. Uh, okay, the leader Ismail Haniyeh. So I think this is definitely will happen. It's also a bit of irony because he was. I think I read, I'm not sure it's true, that he chanted death to the Zionists or Israel and death to to America and something. And yeah, and they got him killed. And he has always been pretty vocal, so um mouthing a lot, and that of course is asking for an assassination from Israel. But he was, if I'm not wrong, was based in Qatar, and being based in Qatar means that Israel can't touch him, because Qatar is a strong US ally, and similar status to Israel. Some, of course, some will argue that Israel, have more sway and control over United States political system, which I believe is probably true as well. But geopolitically speaking, both are very well taken care of by United States. Both is fully armed with US weaponry, so I don't think United States will allow Israel to strike another ally of the United States. So I think that's something that Israel probably have to agree to in order to continue to get supplies of United States weaponry. So, but now Iran is I think caught in a very difficult situation, especially for the new president, because he was just newly inaugurated. He just took over power, and suddenly he immediately have to follow the order of the supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, and so this which is this guy which is kind of a conundrum, I guess, because which means that he cannot really set his own path, and he would have to follow the same path as his predecessor. And I think this internally might be very I mean, whatever political ambitions that he probably have as a new president may now go out the window. The IRGC, the military, the rhetoric, the religious political arm, under Khamenei though is going to continue to influence what he can do. I think this is a bit of a difficulty for the new president. Like yeah, because he can't prevent a revenge strike against Israel, but yet a revenge strike against Israel may or may not uh, attract another Israeli attack. So yeah, it depends because the last time, but the Iranian strike would Iranian barrage could potentially have more damage than what Hezbollah has done. Because Hezbollah basically attracted their own version of the assassination, because they allegedly by the Israelis strike a football field and killed multiple children, and Israel put the blame on the Hezbollah and thus took out one of their top leaders. The leader's name is Fuad Shukr. So this is the Hezbollah leader. He's one of the founder of Hezbollah. So this is as one of the as top as you can go. One of the very very top guy of Hezbollah getting killed. So this also put challenge on Hezbollah as well. The same problem. How now Israel basically posed a question to Hezbollah. I have killed one of your top leaders. What are you going to do? Something like this, because if Hezbollah is not Iran, Iran is also not Palestine. So which means that Iran have no reason to go to war for the killing of one Palestinian leader, but the Hezbollah now have to act on their own behalf. But can Hezbollah even invade into Israel? I don't think so. Is the retaliation going to be just more rockets and drone strikes? Then how much difference can it be from what they have already done? I think this is kind of a trick question by Israel, because if you don't react strongly, then you appear weak, and support for Hezbollah might be heavily affected. There might start to have internal political problems between from the inside within Hezbollah, because some of these younger, more junior leaders may be unhappy about the lack of retaliation. But then the senior leaders would also be aware that if they try to attack into Israel with ground forces, this most likely they will fail. So the only way is to bombard a lot on Israel and attract Israel into Lebanon. But that might be the trick, you see. That might be what Israel wanted. They wanted more from Hezbollah so that they can have the casus belli to invade into Lebanon. And that will be going into a trap of what Israel have said. So a bit of a conundrum for Hezbollah as well on that side. For Iran, the main problem is how much retaliation should they go. I don't think that there's going to be a war between Iran and Israel. They are technically at war in a way, because they do not have diplomatic relations, which means that they are hostile to each other. Not war, but technically hostile. So if you look at the ancient world, two kingdoms, if they have totally no diplomatic relationship, if their knights or soldiers come upon each other, they will be threatening each other. And if one of the sides do not back down, then they will have a skirmish and someone will die. Something to that extent. I think that's what we have around here. The Hamas on their own can't really do much more. I think they are already pretty much pinned down by the Israeli, and this has totally nothing to do with Palestine. Like, Hamas is Hamas. They from their actions and from their decision making, they have no regards for the Gazans' life. So we have to understand that they are not real government of the Palestinian people, or at least even part of it, even if they are supposed to, but they're not really exactly doing that job. Hezbollah is the same thing. They largely control Lebanon. The Lebanese government can't really operate without Hezbollah approval in a way. And yeah, but they are not also exactly, you know, the ruler of the country. So the kind of conundrum is a bit of a weird thing. So anyway, let's see how this develop. I think no, a regional war is not yet. I don't think this is going to trigger a regional war. If Hezbollah, you know, is a country, and their leader, a political leader, you know, top leader is killed, then yes, that's an automatic act of war. But Hezbollah is not a country. Then I think that's the main conundrum here. And I think Iran themselves also will have some crisis within the military. Just to add more a bit, because how can you allow an Israeli airstrike to strike in the middle of your capital city, undetected, undefended? This put into a lot of question into the capability of the air defense, the air detection, the radar systems, the weapon systems. Maybe Iranian radar systems or air defense systems is not as capable as what they thought they are. The first a few months ago, I think we have one strike already from Israel hitting somewhere near close to the nuclear facility. So that was already some kind of a warning shot, I guess, from Israel. So this is like the real strike. So anyway, we shall see how this develop. I think politically within Palestine itself, the Palestinian Authority is pretty happy with everything that's happening. The Hamas leadership one by one is being taken out by Israel. The Hamas rule and governance is now totally destroyed in Gaza. They don't really have proper control. Palestinian Authority is probably the eyes is probably glittering and glamoring to retake control of the parts of Gaza. Whether Israel will give them that control is of course another question altogether. A lot of conspiracy theories is that not a conspiracy theory, like good analysis, educated guess that Israel will annex a bit more of Gaza and string Gaza a bit more than what it was before the October 7th war. So let's see how this goes. And anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm quite sure some people will not agree with me, but that's normal. That's why we talk. And then we discuss and see how this goes. And of course, if you love to discuss about this sort of thing, check out the DPA open mic. And of course, you may also be interested in the, I don't know which to this click on this. I've covered this on the headline video on DPA News, a totally new channel. So to concentrate on geopolitical and current affairs news, so that I have more bandwidth to post more stuff. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next update.